what storylines do you expect to see defensively coming out of the first week of training camp?
I think it's your regular stuff, right? You got a ton of DBs. Who's going to be the guy? Who's going to make it? Who's talking? Who's going to be the second guy? That's what we're trying to solidify, Marcus. We don't quite know who that guy is going to be. We got guys in here. We pay some money. You get Fulton in here. Okay. It's Joshua Williams. Is he talking about, being somebody? Okay. We're talking about also too Jalen. Is he going to come back and be the guy he was from the injury, right? And we got some young guys that are here to compete. But Noah Williams, for instance, how's he going to be? How's he going to fit in? We got some guys that play both, nickel back, dime, and safety. Where are they going to fit in? I got Nazi out there, right? Jamari Collins. Is Cook going to take over just to read what he had to show out there? So we talking about all these different narratives out there in camp. How's it going to look? And our D-line. What is our D-line going to do? Right? What is our D-line going to do? Are they going to go eat? That's it. LA Matrix, D-line getting pressure. Yes, sir. 2 relying on blitzes. I agree with you, LA Matrix. 2 relying on blitzes. And guess what? We got Chris. We got Chris Jones some help. We got some help. And we're looking at guys that was here to come out here and absolutely tear it up. Charles Minhu, he's back healthy. Charles gonna come out there. He's gonna give him some help. He's gonna make a whole lot of sacks. He's gonna make a whole lot of plays, right? We've been looking for FAU. What is he gonna do? Everybody was talking about Trent McDuffie getting paid. They talking about George Kalafia. How is he gonna get paid? What's his bottom dollar gonna be? And so we got all these different narratives going into camp, man. But my main thing is, are we gonna be able to generate pressure without the blitz? That's a solid question. Yes, yeah. It is. Yes, it is.
So my big thing, kind of to that point, kind of know John Marshall. That's one thing I'd be very curious to see who's going to be the starting D line when you're going out there. His question here to our listening audience: who starts next to Jones? Is the D line set? Is Dana a starter? It's Omenahu, right? Any rookie slide in there? D line depth for me is what I'm looking at. That who do you think is going to be the starting guys out there? Who's next to Jones?
It don't matter. It doesn't matter. To me, I don't think it matters who's going to be a starter as who's going to be more productive. Because a guy could start, but you need guys to just produce. It's going to be a rotation. The thing is, because of the depth that we have, Noah John, that's what we're looking for more so than anybody just penciling in it as a starter, right? Who's going to be more effective? Because if you come in and you give in 25 snaps and you wearing everybody out, that's where your name needs to show up. Needs to show up on the stat sheet. So, yeah, he started, but shoot, hey man, he might not finish the game. He might not get the most snaps. So who's going to be the one to produce him? That's what I'm looking for. And so what we needed, Marcus, was this rotation of guys. I think we finally got it. Pernell is there. We understand that. We got Norman-Lott, new guy. Ashton Gelati, he's there. Needed to get him on the show. We talked to him, hopefully get him up here on the show too. They talking about Leo Chanel. Linebackers too is going to be key. They do their job up front. Let the linebackers flow and let them go get it. So there's some really good talent, man, defensively, man, I want to see. And guess what? That defense that's going against our offense is going to give them everything. They're going to give them hell. They're going to give them everything they're looking for. Believe me. They're going to get a test. They're going to test them out. So this is going to be a fun camp, man, just for the competition in itself. Because everybody wants to be great. Everybody wants to be good. A team that's been successful for the number of years that they have been, all they're doing is sharpen each other up for this. So,
and it always gets a little chippy too between the offense and defense. Maybe not the first 2 days, but at least going forward.
That's what it is, man. You can't help it. You got to do it. Yeah. So Rob Miller asked this question. He says, Marcus and JD, can you agree with me on this statement? There's no more excuses for this offense not to be top 5 this year and beyond. It's time to get back to the defense. I agree with you. You got the guys to be top 5. We do. I say we have the best quarterback in the league. We have the best tight end in the league. We have the best receiving core in the league. We should be top 5. We got capable running backs in the league that can be top 10 running backs in the league too. We just paid our offensive line a boatload of money. There's no excuse. Zero excuses, Rob. I do agree. Just keep it short like that. Agree.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think the defense kept us in many, many games over the last few years. It's time for the offense to give back a little bit. And, you know, I think it's time. So it's a partnership. So let's get 50-50 going. We need offense needs to pick up their slack a little bit.
Yeah. Cole Keller said, I wouldn't mind to see the Chiefs negotiate extensions of both McDuffie and Karlaftis at the same time. If that's possible. Beach takes care of one, Clark Hanks care of another. All that's Clark's money. So he's either going to take it from underneath the mattress or the bank. So it don't matter. It's all coming out of Clark's pocket. So,
hey, Clark, you still want to be able to all those prime time games once you pay you have to keep the talent in the house. But.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Shoot, Clark. Yeah.
It's been pretty action packed, right? So you had the Justin Ross news hit yesterday or today, and then yesterday you had the Trey Smith news, which was huge, which. Just right by the buzzer, man. Buzzer beater for our guy Brett Veach to come in and get that deal done. And what's interesting was that Pretty Ricky account, that some guy who is not an insider, but I guess he predicted this back in February. Pretty much, I got it on the nose of how much, 23 a year or whatever. He got it pretty much on the nose, and then he reported today that George Karlaftis is a priority for the Chiefs now. But yesterday, newly. ESPN reporter Nate Taylor, our guy, former Athletic guy, Nate Taylor reported that the Chiefs are now eyeing Trey McDuffie. So I don't know if it's conflicting reports, but it obviously shows they want to get both guys done. That's if you give any credence to this Pretty Ricky guy, this Pretty Ricky reporter. So I thought that was interesting to hear. I'll take Nate Taylor's word first when it comes to Trey McDuffie, and then we go into the aspect of George Karlaftis. So I mean, I like seeing it from the standpoint of they want to get these things done, and they have priorities, and I gotta respect that. Which Pretty Ricky's been scary accurate for being under the radar as to who he really is. Yeah, he was. Was it last year? I think he was one of the ones that said that there was we had a deal done with L'Jarius Sneed with the Colts. I mean, it was AFC North or AFC South, so he was in the right direction there. But I think he said Colts was the guy we were going to go with, or that was the team we were going to go with to trade L'Jarius Sneed. So. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, he's been pretty well. Again, if you kind of just know football, if you know things, sometimes you can kind of piecemeal stuff together. But I mean, for him to get 23 on the nose, I thought that was pretty good for good call. That was in February, late February. She'd be Pretty Ricky from R&B Group. Yep, Pretty Ricky, yes, was also R&B Group. Yep, as well. So there you go. Brother Rick, appreciate the contribution, my man. So Brother Rick says, it wouldn't surprise me if Trey's contract is set up to get extensions to clear up cap space in the future. I mean, that's the kind of way they've done it, right? They did with Tooney. Tooney signed that initial big deal, and then they've kind of set it. They set that up, and he extended and brought in more cash and kind of restructured a little bit. So yeah, 100%. And if Trey Smith is following the footsteps of guys who aren't breaking the bank, I'm not saying he didn't break the bank; he made a lot of money, but the salary cap experts from over the cap are saying that he could have got a lot more money. So, and seeing that, it's like, okay, maybe he's taking the more Travis Kelce, Joe Tooney approach as far as, being more of a guy who wants to contribute and, not take the most he can get. So, kudos to Trey Smith on that, and appreciate the contribution, Brother Rick. Really appreciate that, buddy. Greg Rose, love seeing Trey's interview. Yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah, you gotta love it. The guy just wants to win. The guy's happy to be in Kansas City, and you got to love guys who want to stay in Kansas City, all for the right reasons too, not just the money reasons, but also, the guy's a family there, and the guy is winning there as well. So you got to love that. Who else? Otto Brown, I can say yes to the pass rush is doing their job. We're talking about the McDuffie thing, which we're going to get into. Yeah, Stanley Mooney. Anyone catch Trey talking to his dad for the signing? That was awesome. That was a really cool moment. Yeah, really cool moment. Which saw that reel. Got me in the feels. Yep, I think everyone did, honestly. Everyone was, pancakes for everyone. You know what? If you didn't go to IHOP yesterday or your local breakfast spot, you didn't do yourself justice yesterday. I think everyone needs some pancakes in order to celebrate the Trey Smith contract. It's the way to do it. Go spend some money at a local breakfast spot, get some pancakes in order to really commemorate and celebrate Trey Smith getting that record-breaking deal.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.